Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and recently I created this crystal effect in UE5.4. So this is for my patron and today I will make a tutorial for you guys. So let's start this. So you can see this cool material going on that is the main part of this tutorial, and then we have some these little particles on that. So I have already this effect here. So let's create it from scratch. So I will create a new folder and cute. Inside it, I will make a material M crystal, and inside this, if I go back, this is the crystal mesh. So I will just preview that here. You can see this is it's flat, and then it has these three textures. So any mesh you have, you can just use their texture. So this is my diffuse color. Then this is my metallic, and this is my roughness. Okay. Keep these aside, we need just diffuse. So this is effect. So what you can do is if your model doesn't have good UVs, because if I'll see the UVs, not good. Okay. So if you don't have good UVs, what you can do, take this thing, bounding box paste. So if I just take a multiplier just to preview, it will give you a gradient for the x-axis, for the y-axis, and for the z-axis also. Okay, exactly 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, so what you can do, you can just add time on it and just take a sine wave. Oops, not this one, this one. And if you'll preview, this thing will animate. And if you want to make that going upside, you can just invert your time. So you can just take this. And if you want to change the speed, you can multiply it, like you can just remove this and you can multiply it minus 0.2. It will be very slow, maybe minus 0.5. Okay, so we have this. Now I want to like distort this gradient with a texture because we don't have a good UVs. If I take a noise texture, like any noise texture, if I'll take like this one, it will not look good because of the UVs. But if your UVs is good, you can use the texture. So in this case, because my UVs is not good, I'll take this because this is a 3D noise. Okay. So if I preview and I'll make the size very small, so you can see it is not based on the UVs, it is 3D. So you can use this. To make it little more cooler, you can use Voronoi, you can reduce levels, you can make the minimum 0, maximum 1. So it will be like that. You can increase this if you want. So you can use this noise texture to distort this, and how you distort it. So you can just add this to this channel. So if I just take a shift C, take a mask and add this here. So if I'll preview, we have just a gradient that's going up. If I add this here and then use it, we will have a distorted gradient. But this is too much distorted. So if I multiply this before adding like 0.2, it will distort it, but only 20% like this. Looks cool. You can make it like this. Okay, maybe 0.5, 0.5. That's it. Tiling. I think tiling. And we can also invert it. Yeah, much better. But I think 0.02 and zero point 0.3. So you can adjust these depending on what you want. Yeah, this looks good. So basically, uh, yeah, looks good. So then what you can do, first thing, I'll just saturate it. And then if I take a divide and use a very lower value, it will be like this and looks really cool. Okay, so we can add a power in between. So it will make that white part more white. And then after this, we can also take a power because we need like totally black in between. So you can use it, but not that much, 1.1, I guess, or maybe 1.2. So whatever your values are, then you can multiply this thing with your diffuse, which has colors. So you will have this thing, and then you can just simply add it to the emissive. So now you will have this cool thing. I will just make it one, and then maybe I'll make it two. um, three, 105. So you can adjust these things. So we have this thing now. Cool. You can increase or decrease the brightness. You can multiply it again. So we have this. You can now save. And now I'll take a Niagara. Let's take the fountain, FX, up, on this. In this emitter, I'll take a mesh, and I'll go back and take this mesh. This mesh has already applied my original material, but I will apply this material which I just created. So I'll just override it and apply it. I don't need these modules. I'll delete them. I'll take the burst, spawning one particle, spawn once and leave forever. So make the life infinite. So we have this. Now you want to emit particles from it. So you can take another fountain, and what you can do, if I delete the velocity and gravity, particle just spawning on a sphere like this. Instead of this sphere, you can take the static mesh location. And in this, you can use this mesh. So I'll just browse this mesh and just link it here. Okay. Now particle spawning on that mesh. And you can just make the color like blue and just randomize it a little bit if you want, like this. Make the size like 0.1 and like 5. And I'll also randomize the brightness, maybe 200. Okay. And also they are just like cutting half through this. So you can just take the camera offset. And if I make this 5, they will all be visible properly. Then you can just take the size and you can just take a sine wave here. And let me just save all. Some diamond will crash. So instead of this, I'll take the normalized age and just I'll randomize the period, 0.1 and 1. I'll make this 1, 8.2, 0.5, like this. And I'll make the spawn rate maybe 50 and size maybe 1. Okay. Then you can copy and paste this thing, and in this one you can add velocity. So they will go up, and you can add curl noise into it like 500, 200, like this. You can make size even more small if you want. So you can play with it. You have some particles on it. You have some particles flowing from it. So this is it. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.